Hi, I'm Alyssa Gray, President and CEO of the Kentucky Humane Society. Thank you for believing in our mission and for making life-saving care possible for animals who have nowhere else to turn. This year brought wonderful success. Our SNP clinic and our caravan spayed and neutered over 10,000 cats and dogs, preventing unwanted litters from entering shelters. We launched our PZP initiative, a proactive solution to address the free roaming horse population in eastern Kentucky. Our pet food bank served thousands of families in the Louisville area, and our Love 120 initiative reached over 100 Kentucky counties. All of this while achieving a remarkable 95% save rate for neonatal kittens. There are so many stories I could tell you about why our work matters. There are stories of triumph, stories of heartbreak, and stories of compassionate care given at the Kentucky Humane Society.
Bambi was skin and bones when she showed up at our doors, weighing only 14 pounds when she should have weighed more than 30. She had a skeletal frame and was so weak that walking across the room left her exhausted. Bambi's recovery needed to be carefully managed. Our team closely monitored her meals and watched as her ribcage filled out. Every pound gained was a small step forward, but with every step forward came 2 steps back. After weeks of refining her diet and medications, Bambi still wasn't gaining enough weight. We tested her blood and analyzed ultrasounds, but everything came back normal. Bambi's progress had plateaued without explanation. At 11 years old, every tail wag showed us she wasn't in pain, so we shifted our focus to what mattered most, giving Bambi the chance to simply be a dog. She entered our hospice program, a combination of foster care and hospice for cats and dogs with limited time but a good quality of life. We provide Bambi with ongoing medical care, and a loving family gives her companionship and unconditional love. Today, Bambi spends her days going on walks, enjoying treats, and curling up beside people who love her. Though we can't make pets live forever, we can make sure they're loved forever. And thanks to supporters like you, that's exactly what we did for Bambi and for Figaro. At 5 months old, Figaro endured a devastating animal attack. He couldn't walk or put weight on his back legs. Puncture wounds covered his abdomen, a deep laceration stretched across his hind leg. An infection spread through his tiny body. Thankfully, X-rays showed no broken bones, and that gave us hope. We cleaned his wounds, cut out the damaged tissue, placed drains to remove infection, and began intensive antibiotics. But blood work revealed that his infection was resistant to nearly every medication. So, we adjusted. We added new medicine, topical treatments, and hydrotherapy to his recovery plan to help reduce inflammation and restore movement to his back legs. It took weeks, but slowly, Figaro showed signs that he was ready to take his first steps again. While his wounds healed, so did his spirit. Figaro began walking and then running as he became playful, curious, and full of mischief once again. Today, Figaro is healthy and spending his days bringing joy to his forever family.
As winter thawed and spring ushered in, our equine team received a call about a mare in devastating condition. She was painfully thin, struggling to survive on an old mine site in eastern Kentucky. We knew bringing her to Willow Hope Farm was her only chance at survival. Once we began treating her, a freeze brand revealed she was a registered standardbred named Make It Kate. She raced more than 200 times and earned over $100,000. Sadly, Kate had gone from celebrated athlete to forgotten and abandoned. Her first few days at Willow Hope Farm were touch and go, with Kate's body score being just 1 out of 9. She suffered from brain rot, severe emaciation, and significant visual impairments that left her vulnerable and easily startled. With only a shred of her dignity remaining, all we could do was pour our hearts into caring for this sweet horse. We slowly reintroduced food to protect Kate from refeeding syndrome, treated her skin with medicated baths, consulted an equine ophthalmologist to address her vision, and celebrated every small sign of progress. Kate never felt like a temporary resident at Willow Hope Farm. She felt like family. We started our days by stroking her mane and ended them with a kiss on her nose. She never stopped seeking affection. She greeted our staff with kindness and served as a daily reminder of the love that drives our work. Unfortunately, Kate's journey took an unexpected turn. During what should have been a routine checkup, a veterinarian discovered an abdominal tumor and internal bleeding. They let us know that Kate's body was tired and it was time to give her peace. We couldn't say goodbye without giving Kate the send-off she deserved. So we braided her mane, showered her with treats, and thanked her for all she had taught us. Kate's loss still echoes in her empty stall and will long after another horse takes her place. Because the reality of animal welfare is that our best isn't always enough to save a life, but we never stop trying. While we couldn't save Kate, there are still so many other animals waiting for their chances.
Supporters like you ensure that we can keep fighting for every animal who needs us. Every day, we have the privilege of watching pets transform from frightened and alone to safe and loved. Each animal who comes through our doors has a unique story. Some, like Figaro, make full medical recoveries and live long, happy lives. Others, like Bambi and Kate, remind us that every animal deserves dignity, compassion, and love throughout every chapter of life. When you support the Kentucky Humane Society, you give countless second chances to Kentucky's most vulnerable cats, dogs, and horses. Thank you for believing that all animals deserve tender, loving care, no matter how difficult their journey may be. Together, we will ensure that no pet is ever alone.